Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Raven here. Today we are continuing our episode of Heroes Adventures. I was recording the weeks of travel for what happened during the months on our way from the capital to the top of the mountain, which we are flying above and yet to land. It took us 3 months to get there. I did the month events. Then I started to record the week events that happened throughout the months. And the recording ended up messing up. So I'll just do a quick overview and then I will go ahead and continue. On week 1 we learned that Tatiana is a double agent, and she has her and her family are the ones that either caused and or have something to do with what happened to the village that we are trying to help. Nothing really eventful happened the rest of that month, but on week 1 of the second month, there was a earth dragon in the forest. We noticed it like the trees falling over as something was walking through the forest as we were flying by, but we couldn't quite see what it was, and we chose to not investigate. And so now there is a 1 month and 1 week time limit until that earth dragon reaches the capital city. And we rolled to see if the uprising or civil war got worse in the capital, and it didn't. We have yet to roll to see if the famine got worse, so we will do that real quick. A 10. Yes, the famine has gotten worse. Let's see. 30% of the entire population is already dead, and 31, not only are they dead, but they have arisen as skeletons and zombies, and are now on the prowl. And then the last thing I was doing before my recording cut out was as we were going to land for the night on week 3 of month 2, I came across something that I seen in the woods that was shiny, and so I flew down and turned human and investigated it. It turned out to be an air boomerang. We rolled for all of that. And then I used my spider ability for the first time to engulf myself in my exosuit that is black and orange, as spider legs, 2 sprout from the shoulders, 2 sprout from by the hips. And then he reached out his tongue and grabbed the boomerang and ate it using the spider eat ability to consume 1 of his 27 items. And then we made a note over here for eaten items, and right now we just have the air boomerang as an eaten item. And that is all caught up now, and so from here, if I can ever get my character sheet back in its protective case. There we go. Then we will pick up, I guess it's a good thing the recording messed up because I misspoke. So this boomerang would have been found not in the woods. It would have been found at the towards the base of the mountains, because this is the first week up the mountain. And then we're now on the second week up the mountain. Or 1, 2, 3. We need to do this 4. And then that is to mark how many weeks until the dragon gets there. See if anything happens. Okay, at 28. So something does happen this week as we land. Let's see, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28 is... what's that say? Oh, hero emerges. Alright. So, let's see if he emerges near us or 21. So, well, actually, we should see if he merges near the capital or the city. So 28. So a hero emerges. I needed to sneeze. Excuse me. So a hero emerges in the city. Let's see. Now we are on the first week of the last month. Alright, let's see if anything happens while we land. That is a 97, so no. Oh, I forgot to mark 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, and then... oh man. Something's about to happen. Alright. So, nothing happens to us, but... the Earth Dragon has now reached the capital. And we're going to see if it's a 1. So it's not in its human form. It is in its dragon form. And it is going to get defeated. But let's see how many weeks it takes, or how many days it takes for it to get defeated. 4. Okay, so it takes 4 days for it to get defeated, so not quite a whole week. Let's see. 21. 21% of the entire capital's population is killed in the process of this dragon attack. And we need to see, because the guild leader obviously fought with his dragon to defend it. A 70. Okay, the guild leader did not die. A 10. However, our sister, his dragon, did die in the combat fighting against the other dragon. For she was still weakened after using those two revival spells 3 months ago, cutting 200 years off of her life and using a massive amount of magic energy. She has been weakened, and in the midst of trying to protect the city, she is clamped in the throat before the earth dragon lets loose its earthly rock blast breath of sharp rocks straight into her throat, and it blasts through her throat, decapitating her as he pulls and chomps on her neck to keep her top part of her severed neck and head in his mouth before the guild master uses his special lance and its 1 month KO instant kill ability to do what he did to Drakesio and create a small ball of magic as he thrusts the lance forward and explodes the dragon's head in the base of the neck, as that dragon gets decapitated almost the same way it decapitated his dragon, and its head falls to the ground with hers still in its mouth. And now we have to roll to see. That is a 99 out of 100. So yes, absolutely, they are going to, because when a dragon rider's dragon dies, they go completely mad and insane, and if the rider dies, then the dragon dies. So, but if the dragon dies, the rider doesn't die. He or she just goes madly insane permanently for life. And his dragon is now dead, so at the age of 180 as a human, he's only got about 5 or 10 years left of life, which we need to make a note of this. Okay, so Guild Master has 5 years to live. And he is, since he rolled a 99, in his now absolute madness. He is going to command the remaining of the entire city, including the civilians, to not only take guild trials. So let's do this real quick. So we'll do 100 and then minus, oh, I did that the wrong way. 21, and so 21% already died. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we'll do it this way. So 90, or so, okay, so that becomes 0, 10, 9, 10. So 9, and then 9, 8, 7, 79, and then, oh my goodness. So only 10%. The guild, after in his madness, the guild master immediately calls for the entire city to not only help him pick up the remains and of both the dragons and bring them to the guild, but he specifically instructs that the heads must stay intertwined and come like together with his dragon's head inside, or neck still inside the other dragon's mouth. And we'll say it takes about 3 days for them to all use like magic and all that stuff to be able to get the dragons and the heads to the guild. And after they do that, the guild master calls upon all of his witches and wizards, and he has them use a spell that projects his image and voice to the whole city capital. And he says, in his blind rage, "My guild members are coming to gather everyone. Everyone, including those that are of age 15 and older. You will be forced to take the guild trials. The rest of you shall die." And as he says that, he has a bunch of his wizards cast a magic spell that encases the entire kingdom in a layer of walls that is 3 walls thick and a dome around each wall. So there's like 1, 2, 3, and each one is completely domed. And they're completely clear, invisible magic barriers that are walls that you can't see. You just walk right into it or fly right into it. And after he does that, he instructs his wizards to cast a forbidden spell of item creation. And he is going to use 90% of the city's life as sacrifice on top of his own life in order to achieve his goal. But we need to see how many months it will take for this like ritual to go off and happen. And everyone, if successful, 90% of the entire capital's population will die, including him, and the dragons, both the dragons' bodies, and will be turned into each of their own separate relic, and then the intertwined heads will be turned into their own separate relic, and they will become an item set of 3 that I will create specifically for this campaign. So that will be really fun. So let's just determine. Okay, so high, low, good, or bad to determine if we roll a d12 or a d6. So high, good. So we roll. Oh wait, no, that's a 49. I read that backwards. It says 94. So we roll a d12. Each one is a month. Oh, a 12. Okay, so it's gonna take him a whole year to plot. To get everything ready and all that. So we will put, he has 5 years to live, and in 1 year he will sacrifice himself and 90% of the capital to create 3 relics from dragons. Alright, there we go. Right there. Now we have a note, and we'll have to keep track of down here his 1 through 4 week, and 1 through 12. 1 through 4 week, 1 through 12 months. We'll have to keep track of that. Alright. So, dude, this is getting interesting. Also gotta see if, yep. Alright, so last time, let's see, 31, so another 30%, so 61% of the village's population is now dead. We'll put VP for village population is at 39%. The rest are skeletons and zombies. And now, let's see if anything happens for our week 3. And that gives us week 1. That gives us week 1 over here. Alright, let's see if anything's gonna happen. Nope, 90. Alright, and last week of, last week, 50. Alright, nothing happens. Actually, 50, that's exactly 50, that's a reroll. 72, nothing happens. Alright, so that's everything that happens for the weeks as we're traveling for those 3 months. Every night that we landed and stuff. And now we are at the top of the mountain. And as we come down to the top of the mountain, we see that there is what looks like to be a rock slide, and it looks like that is what has been blocking the path. And so as we fly down closer, now that I'm up in the mountains and I can see this, and I've been talking with Tatiana more and more every night, and now I have 100% confirmed that she is in fact a traitor, and she more than likely knows what happened here, or at least to the village as we land. First, we need to see if... Okay, so as we land, nothing happens. It just looks like there is a giant landslide with a caravan caught in the way, and everyone is dead in the caravan, and the horses are buried. The caravan carriages are tipped over and partially covered in rocks and smashed, and some of the goods are still partially hanging down the mountainside. And so we are going to see if we can convince Tatiana to tell us if she knows anything about what happened here. At 42, so she plus, let's see, our insight is... Oh, I rolled the wrong dice. I need to roll her deception. Okay, so her deception is a plus 10, 14. Now I need to roll my insight. She rolled a 14, so my insight's a 20. Plus 17, so 37. So she's not able to lie to me, and through coercing throughout the day of trying to remove this rubble from the pathway so that it can be clear, we are able to convince her to tell us what happened. And she says that after years of abuse and being teased and bullied from the village, her and her family got sick of it. So they decided to come into the mountains, because in the village there is a tale of an old wise tree that sits atop the mountain, that speaks and grants one wish to those that are daring and strong enough to reach it. And her and her father were able to reach the tree at the cost of her mother's and her brother's life while going through the mountains on their way to the tree. Once they reached the tree, they learned that it was an earth elemental, and it didn't have the power to grant people's wishes. However, if Tatiana and her father were to make sure that it continued to receive nutrients, for animals have been leaving the mountains lately, and their dead carcasses have not been leaving nutrients in the soil for it to absorb, and it doesn't know why the animals are leaving. So it says, if you can continue to supply me with nutrients so that I do not die, then I shall get rid of the village for you. And it casted a spell that would cause people in the village to become living dead, either zombies or skeletons, after their death. And so that they would be tortured forever. And then, using that spell, it used up almost all of its energy, and then it went back to sleep, becoming a tree again. And once that happened, that is when the rest of the animals all throughout the mountain ended up leaving the mountain, and the earth elemental died within the next couple of weeks from no nutrients. And as the animals all ran away and into the forests below, that is what caused the village to have a famine, for the stampeding of the animals caused an avalanche to block off the pathways of both the trade route and the waterways by the waterfall. And since all the animals left, there was no animals to hunt near the village, because the animals from the mountain normally go down into the plains area, but they can sense the curse, so they didn't go that way. Instead, they went the other way to the forest that we came from. And so, with no animals nearby within months and months of travel, they ended up hitting a famine. And like we've already calculated, there is only 39% of the population left alive from the famine. The rest are all skeletons and zombies. And the earth elemental is also now dead, and is a dead husk. But let's see if 96 Oh yeah. So, as she says, as the earth elemental died, it didn't just like dry up into like a shriveled tree and lose all its flowers and leaves like you think it would. Instead, it first shedded its leaves, then it bloomed flowers, then it shed those flowers, then it withered away and tightened itself inward as it shrank and grew and reshaped itself into a staff, and it fell to the ground. And that staff we find while uncovering all the rubble over the course, we'll mark this, of the next 2 weeks, which we'll put 2 more here, and we'll say it takes us about 2 weeks to uncover it all, because we're not like trying to be super fast, and we're trying to like get info and take our time and all that. And we end up finding, after uncovering all the avalanche and stuff, we find that this is on the side of the mountain up top, right above where the avalanche started, is where this staff is sticking out of the side of the mountain. And we fly up and grab it. And let's see, it 4. So it will take us 4 weeks, so 1 month. It'll take us 1 whole month to play around with the staff to figure out what all its powers are. And then we will decide what to do with it. We're going to literally call it Earth Elemental Staff. It is literally a Earth Elemental that is now a staff. And so it has all of the abilities and attacks, etc. of a Earth Elemental. But it does not have the unique spell that the Earth Elemental cast to the curse to make things become skeletons and zombies. It does not have that. It just has all the Earth Elemental powers. And so after we discover all that, and we took 2 weeks to clear the area, we'll say it'll take us about another week to get to the waterfall. And we know that the waterfall needs cleared. So, also, let's see if we're 72. Yep, we're successful. So, it takes us about another week to clear the waterfall. And then let's do this. Bam. Bam. Alright. And, so we are able to clear the waterfall, get the waterfall back flowing down the mountain like it needs to be. We also just did 2 weeks, so we'll see if anything happens in those 2 weeks. 99 no, and 93 no. So a 10, we did not learn anything about the staff, and 24, we still haven't learned anything about the staff, so we are still at 4 weeks for learning anything about it, because we have yet to figure out how it works. And then we'll say it takes us about 2 weeks of travel to get back to where we were at the base of the mountain, or at the base of the top where we had cleared the rubble. And so we'll roll for if anything happens at 70 no, and 45 yes. So 45. Alright, is okay, so let's see if that is for the king, or the capital, or the village. Okay, so the capital. The capital has a false prophet visit them. That we'll say it's one of the witches and or wizards within the court of the guild. Give the guild master Alexander a false prophet in hopes that it will stop him in his mad plans for what he is planning to do. We also need to see if any more of the village is dead or not. 42, yep. Okay, the entire village is dead. So I'll just erase that. And the whole entire village is now dead by the time... We still have 3 months to get to the bottom, and 5 months to get to the village. So, as we are clearing our way, or after we got back, we're clearing our way for like rocks and like rubble and stuff like that, so we can set up camp for the night. And as we are setting up camp for the night, I'm going to make a decision. 75. Okay, so we will allow Tatiana to stay with us and keep her close for now. And we're going to re-roll every week, or every night. We'll do every week and decide if we're going to keep her or kill her. And so next is alright, so next week, alright, yeah, and then hold on, I need to do it this way. I messed that up. Bam, bam. this is at 2 months. Oh man, it's already been 2 months. Holy crap. Time flies. Alright. And, oh, we actually need to separate that too. So, those two were from, for, the path. And then now we need to make like a little dash to separate. Now we're on the last 3 months. There's our line for the last 3 months. Alright, and then, now we're on week 2. Let's see if anything happens. 33. Oh, I think we did that. I landed on that before. Yeah. So, that is the double agent. So now we have, more than confirmed that Tatiana is a double agent, for she, tries to attack us in the, middle of the night. And as she tries to attack us in the middle of the night, we blast her with our magic breath, and let's see what is alright, so her AC is 25, our base attack is 40. She's got 200 health, but we deal, what's her save? Her save is 15. Ours is a 35, so she loses, so she takes 10d10 plus our base attack plus our highest mod. So our base attack's 40, our highest mod is 24, so 64 plus 10d10. So, and this is just one attack. We now have multi-attack. So, we're going to double breath weapon her. We'll make a claw attack, and we'll grab her by the throat. And then we will, use our breath weapon right in her face, and a claw is 5d10. So she will take 64 plus 5d10, and then 64 plus 10d10. So 64, okay, so we'll do 68, 72, 80, 82, 87, and 90, plus 64, so 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, and 144, 147, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 156, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, or 75. So 175, 178, ooh, a 10, 188, 193, that's 5, 198, and 201. She's dead with a couple rolls, with 3 rolls still left to go. So yeah, as she tries to attack us in the middle of the night, we immediately transform one of our arms into its dragon claw, and we grab her by the throat and dig our claws into the side of her neck, tearing out part of her jugular as we pull her closer and do a point blank pure magic purple breath weapon straight into her face, melting all the flesh from its bone as her skull explodes and her blood splatters all over the inside of the tent as her body drops to the knees and falls over limp sideways onto the earth pavement. And so Tatiana is dead. Tried to fucking betray us and got blown up, bitch. Alright, now we'll do week 3. Alright, see if anything happens. 90, nothing happens on week 3. Week 4. Which means this is a new month, so we'll roll for the month also. 42. Ooh. 42, the meaning to life. Do you have your towel? Anyone that gets that reference, type it in the comments. And okay. Well, I mean, we already have a, it says, okay, well, the living dead aren't being controlled by a master, so, that doesn't, actually happen this month, so nothing happens in the village, yeah, nothing happens to us, because that would be a village or week thing. So we'll do the capital 56. Nothing happens in the capital 40. This is for the village, and it is does that say what I think it does? Oh man. Okay. A demon riff opens up in the middle of the village. Somehow, in the center of the village, time and space are torn asunder in the middle of the sky as a giant swirling red and black portal appears, and from that portal comes forth a singular demon. And then the portal closes behind him. and 64. Upon his arrival, he uses his demonic powers to take control mentally and telepathically over all the skeletons and zombies within the village, and he starts to command them to build fortifications. Let's see. It will take 2 months to build fortifications. So we'll do this. UV Undead Village. UV for Undead Village. Dash DC for Demon Control. And dash 2MF for 2 months fortification. So UV for Undead Village, DC Demon Control, and 2MF 2 months for fortification of the village, to like build like a wall around the village, and like a wall and a dome, and then let's see, it's been one. Oh, and then we need to mark this. Bam, and we'll turn this 2 into a 3. And we are at 1 out of 5. So I will make a note right here that says 4L. We have 4 months left to go. Thank you all. Like, subscribe, and join us next time. Next time we are going to do the month chunks first, and then we will do the week chunks and see what happens. So thank you all again, and I hope you join us in our next heroic adventure.